Hey y'all, hey howdy hey, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be reviewing RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18, Episode 11. This was the toast, the toast of Alyssa Edwards. So if that sounds good to you, make sure to hit that like button, comment down below what you thought about this video, and hit that subscribe button, become part of the Sandwich community. Ding ding ding! You can also follow me on my other social media platforms at Samager on all platforms. I do want to go ahead and give y'all a shout out. I have surpassed 800 subscribers. I finally did it. Finally passed 800 subscribers, and I'm so excited. And it's only going up from here. So I want to give y'all a shout out because we did it. We did it, Joe. We did it. Yeah, and again, shout out. Thank y'all. And onwards and upwards, my friends. But back to what we were talking about, this week's episode. Do not send hate to any of the queens mentioned in this video, because that is not what these are meant for. These are meant for us to have a fun time here on this side of the interwebs. Talk about all things Drag Race. And have a cute little kiki. So, woo, woo, woo. See, I have a little scent thing. Not an ad, but I do have it. So, yeah, 800. My goal is 1,000. My goal. I know it's getting crazy. I know it's getting crazy. But my goal is 1,000. If we can make that happen by my birthday. Alright, my birthday is in October. So we have like a good 7 months? 7 months to get to 1,000 subscribers. Oh my god. I think we can do it. I will do something special. I don't know what, but I'll do something special. Anyways, like, share, comment, subscribe, become part of the Sandwich community. We're going to get right on into this episode. Because, baby, it's the toast of Alyssa Edwards. What did y'all think of this episode before you get into it? Did you enjoy this? I'm excited. Yes, let's do it. Teamwork makes the dream work. God, I sound like I'm... Anyways, what was the general consensus of this episode? I want to hear from you. Yes, you, and you. What do y'all think of this episode? Let me know. Am I a little delulu? Yes, maybe. But it's fine. I want to hear from you. What did you think? I thought it was a fun episode. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good roast. I love a good roast. You know, get this roast a cooking. I am sad about who went home. I definitely do think it was getting her time to be home, go home soon. But I know. Oh my god, Darling crushed it. I love a stupid humor. You know this. Like, if you've been following the Samachara channel for a while, you know I love a stupid joke. Like, that is my specialty. So good. And Darlene crushed it. I'm obsessed. I feel like the... Not dead weight. Ah! Ah! Anyways, listen, my opinion on this is I think in my head the elimination order is getting pretty clear. And I think Darlene winning this episode, spoiler alert, but like if you're here, you've seen the episode. I think Darlene getting a win at this point in the competition was super necessary because now it's becoming even more clear in my head as to how the rest of this elimination order should go in my brain. So up next, I would probably have Juicy go home, only because I feel like Juicy has kind of reached her end of the storyline. I feel like we have gone to the point of where Rue says, "Oh, who are you?" and she doesn't know who she is or whatever that storyline is. And we've seen her perform a bunch, and I'm starting to get to the point in where I'm feeling like Juicy could go home. Juicy could easily go home. And then also Discord. I think those two are going to be the next two to go in my brain. Like that makes sense. If I were to pick a top 4 or top 3 right now, I would include Jane Doe, Mikey Meeks, and Nene Coco. That would be my top 3. With probably Jane winning this season, because Jane has crushed it. She could have sent both. Oop. Could have sent both of them home. I don't disagree, because I don't personally think we're gonna have a whole lot more to get from Juicy. We'll get into this episode. I want to get actually into the pictures. Y'all, last week was a gag, right? Because on the main stage we said, who should go home and why? Everyone said Jane. Not Jane. Juicy. No. Oh my god. Everybody said Discord. And baby, there's some discourse about this online. But hey. I've seen a lot of discourse online about Discord and how people feel like she should have been in the bottom 2 last week, or she should have gone home last week. And I kind of agree. I thought it was a cool outfit, but if you watched my review last week, I stated this. I felt like she didn't necessarily cheat, but she didn't really follow in the rules, and she didn't really complete the assignment. So in my brain, I thought Discord should have gone home last week. And I also don't think we're going to have much left to get from Discord. No shade. With the edit that she's getting on the show, I don't think there's that much left for Discord to give this season. But again, we'll have to wait and see how these next few episodes go. Maybe Discord will suddenly turn around and start turning her something into gold. I don't know. There's a joke there. And maybe she'll come up with wins. And maybe she'll win the whole season. Who knows? But no, she's not winning this season. Discord and the safety pin. Wild and Discord did not care. They called her out. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I feel like I get where Discord is coming from, because ultimately it's not like RuPaul is telling her to go home. She's like, I don't care what y'all say. Like, Ru is living for me, so like, I'm gonna live in that land, which I appreciate. I'm like, yes, Discord, like, live your own truth, like, sure. But in terms of the edit of the show, I do think her storyline is starting to run a little thin, which is why I think Discord could have gone home last week. Anyways. So, Discord is still there. No one went home, right? And people are a little upset. Which I get, especially after this point in the competition. They're like, we need people going home. I want to go home. I want the season to be over. I want to see my friends. I want to be back in my life. But hey, they're extending the season as long as they can, mama. Who am I? Anyways, Jane don't. She got her 3rd win last week. Jane Don't got her 3rd win. And in my opinion, Jane Don't is becoming a clear front runner for the crown. She has been top or winning the challenge every week that she has competed, which is crazy. So shout out Jane Don't. Oh, safety pins into gold. I like that. I'm gonna steal that. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna steal it, but that's a good one. Kenya was in the top 2. Again, she got to lip sync for the win. Kenya's feeling on top of the world, especially after her previous performances in the season, and feeling like she's turning the new corner, and this is her moment, and she's ready for a win. It's Spoiler alert, but that does not happen. Oh, baby, that does not happen. But hey, I'm a Kenya pleaser stan, so I'm happy she's happy. How did she Alyssa do the tongue pop? Anyways, Kenya was in the top 2 last week. Shout out Kenya. Yes, I said. Yeah, Jane is doing great. I'm Team Jane personally for the crown. Mikey is a moment. Jane can do nothing wrong. I love Mikey. Oh my god, that was funny. That was funny. New day in the workroom. Let's continue on. There's a Scentbird challenge. So this is my Scentbird ad. Alright? Y'all ready for this? I had to make myself bigger. I had to do it. And we're gonna clear this out of the way. I don't stay drab. I get absolutely fabulous. If you know, you know. Why did I actually spread? Listen, I'm tired. It's been a long week. But yes, I used to get Scentbird. This is like an actual Scentbird thing. Not an ad, but sure. I thought that was funny. I had planned that bit for a while, and I had to do it. I had to do the bit. I was so happy. But for Kenya last week. Yeah, overall, I thought this was a kind of unnecessary mini challenge. Mikey makes one. Cool. She gets to pick the toast order, so she gets to pick what order everyone goes in. They didn't really show much of the deliberation and how she chose the order. They kind of just like, all right, she chose the order. Love it, mini challenge. Oh my god. But it felt unnecessary. Like, the mini challenge felt so unnecessary. No shade to the queens. But, like, it felt like they were just filling air. And there were a few moments in this episode where I felt like they were kind of just trying to fill space to make it longer. And that was getting a little frustrating. Like, the whole mini challenge which felt unnecessary. And then there was a makeup moment where I already forgot what it was about because it felt that unnecessary. Oh, with, like, Mikey's whole powering down moment, that was clearly them trying to fill in space. And it wasn't necessary. But I would have appreciated more jokes, personally. I feel like we missed a few bits. Alright, so they're gonna have to write their jokes. Darlene is like, I don't know what I'm doing. Spoiler alert, but Darlene crushes it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my show. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Become part of the Sandwich Hour community. Ding! You can also share my channel. Share it. Let's get it to 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers. We made it to 803. My birthday's in October. My goal is 1,000. Anyways, Darlene is feeling a little nervous because she's like, I don't really know what I'm doing in terms of a roast. Spoiler alert, she figures it out. She figures it out real good. Oh, when it comes to the writing. And I am Darlene in this moment. When you make up your own jokes and you just laugh at them, that is me to a T. I think I am hilarious. Nobody else does. But I think I am hilarious. And that's all that matters. And Darlene, you got it. You got that whole finding yourself funny. And I love that. I love that for Darlene. Darlene can do no wrong. I also think it was interesting that this episode felt a little bit less of a Jane Don't episode. I feel like Jane Don't took a little bit more of a background seat in this episode, as opposed to the previous episodes where I feel like Jane Don't has been a main character, and this time she was more supporting character. especially in bits like this where she had this whole moment with Darlene, and then later she has a whole moment with Nene. Jane Doe is kind of becoming the supporting character in this episode, which I did think was interesting. Had they made the edit to where Jane won, maybe it would have been a different story. I do think that is something interesting to point out. Again, I love Jane Doe. She can do no wrong. Yeah. And Darlene thinks she herself is hilarious. And I love that, because me too. I loved it. This moment of Mikey talking to Discord, trying to pick the show order. I can't remember if she picked the show order at this point. But at some point, Mikey ends up deciding that Mikey's going to close out the show. And she's like, I want to be the closer. I want to have that big moment. Spoiler alert, but she crushes it. I also think she ended up pulling references from Debbie Downer from SNL. If you haven't seen the Debbie Downer clips with Rachel Dratch, she is absolutely hilarious. Oh. Well, it's not exactly that, but I saw some references to Debbie Downer. I thought that was very well done. Very smart. Mikey's that girl. Mikey's that girl. Alright, so now we get to the writing with Michelle and Atsuko. Atsuko is hilarious. I also saw her on Sibling Rivalry a while back. If you haven't seen that podcast episode, definitely check it out. It was very funny. I also love that. What did I do? I don't want Apple TV open. Stop. Computer, close Apple TV. Alright, y'all, I need to open this up because I can't tell if y'all are commenting in the chat. My computer is apparently behind. Either that or no one's commenting, which is possible. But if you are in the chat, please comment. Let me know. What did you think of this episode? I did find the script writing very helpful. I also was thinking about last year when they did this and the whole Arietti moment where she ended up stealing jokes from Jules because she was insecure about the placement that Jules put her in terms of the order. I also think last season it was Whitney Cummings as the helper, right? Whitney Cummings was the guest judge and the help assistant, the writer, the person who helped them write. I am very happy that it was Otsko this year. Yeah, I'm not gonna make any comments about Whitney Cummings. I did think this moment was interesting with Nene, where she's talking about how, excuse me, she feels like the other girls are always saying she's coming on too strong, and her jokes are just super sharp, super harsh. She's always like, can't read the room. And again, that was kind of the storyline that we got. Love the table read as a group. Yeah, I thought that was interesting, and this was the beginning of that storyline for Nene. The one time Nene... Wait, is Nene getting a winner edit? Is Nene getting a winner edit? You know how, like, they show them crushing it, and then they say, oh no, she's struggling, and then... Maybe. Watch Nene win next week. Watch Nene win next week's challenge. Alright. Mikey ended up rewriting her entire script because she started feeling a lot of anxiety about her bits. It was still very funny. Mikey crushed it. You crushed it, Mikey. Darlene is talking about how she feels like her jokes are completely different from what everyone else is doing. I love Darlene's jokes. We'll get to it in a moment. It's just so stupid and so funny. Nene is so smart. I felt awful for her. Yeah, I get it. She gets in her own head a lot, which, believe me, I do. I have a lot of anxiety myself, and like I second guess myself all the time. I get it, and that's unfortunate, you know. No, We get this moment with Nene and Jane where Jane is going over to comfort Nene, kind of coming to a bit more of an understanding of where Nene's coming from. The whole bit of like, oh, she can't read the room. I think communication is a two-sided street, and any relationship is between two people. It's not just one way. So I did appreciate that Jane went over to her and was like trying to explain to her her perspective and try to come to a bit more of a mutual understanding. I also do think this was probably producer prompted, as are a lot of these bits on this season. I do feel like there have been a lot of producer prompted questions and communications and interactions, which are fine. I feeling like it's been a little prompted. Anyways, Nene, I feel you. I get it. We're gonna get to this roast because that's really what we're here for. What did we think of RuPaul's look? The competition as a whole is tough. I think as viewers we forget that sometimes. I agree. I think that is a really good point. Like they're going through a lot. This is a pressure cooker that they are in, and there's a lot of weight on them. So I get that. Alright, on the Sandwich Hour channel, we play Fab or Drab. Cause mama, if it's Fab, it's Fab. And if it's Drab, you know what, you gotta give it a Drab. Up first, we have RuPaul. I don't love this look. What did y'all think? I want to hear from you. Let me know. What did you think of RuPaul's look? Fab or Drab? Also, keep in mind, you can also give an ab fab, which is an absolutely fabulous. That is something that you do have. However, you cannot give out too many ab fabs because, baby, for it to be an ab fab, it really has to be an ab fab. RuPaul dropped something about this look. It looks like she's wearing leggings. It looks like she's wearing purple leggings, and maybe that's an angle where I got this picture from. But it looks to me like RuPaul's wearing purple leggings. Michelle, you look fab. We're gonna run through the rest of the judges panel. Ross is there. Atsuko, I thought, gave some really great critiques, and I thought she looked fab. I really like her. I think she's very funny and very smart, and she knows what she's doing when it comes to comedy. So I thought she was a great choice as a judge for this episode. Yeah, she was great. Fab. Fab. All right, let's get this toasted cooking. Up first, we have to talk about this moment. We have to take a moment. We have to take a moment for the stress. For Alyssa Edwards. We need to give it a moment. This is the ab fab of the week for me. This is the ab fab of the week for me. I thought this was fierce. Fierce, Alyssa. Fierce. What did y'all think of Alyssa Edwards' look? It was my favorite look of the week. Favorite look of the week. Favorite look of the week. I thought Alyssa looked amazing. And I love that she's doing this whole tour of the world, guesting on all of these different franchises now that she won global. I do think that was an interesting thing because I don't think anyone else has really done that. I wouldn't be surprised if someday she ends up being a guest judge on the main franchise. Think about it, like Alyssa on like a dancing challenge. Oh my god. Alyssa ab fab. The look was $1 million look. I loved it. I thought she looked fierce. I mean, fierce is fierce. And she looks fierce. Alright, we are getting this toasted cooking. We're gonna start out with Discord Adams. Alright, Discord, you had some funny jokes there. You had some funny jokes. I don't think you gave them enough air for the joke to land. And I think there were bits that didn't go to her plan. And I think that shook her a little bit, especially when it comes to the glass falling. I feel like had she made a moment out of it, it could have really landed. And maybe, keep in mind, they probably do record these twice. So maybe there was a second run that they did in which she did better. That is possible. But and for me, I thought she was mid low. I would have put her low over Nini personally. But I do think Discord had some funny moments. For sure, for sure. But she was definitely towards the lower end for me, if I were to be a judge. Better than I thought, but she's just dry. Yeah. I love some dry humor. Believe me, I love a dry joke. But I need a little bit more a little bit more flavor to the jokes. I don't want any dry bread. It was giving dry toast. It was giving dry toast with no butter. Anyways. I think I'm hilarious. We're gonna continue on. We're gonna continue on. Yes, we are. Again, overall, I think Discord did well. It's just not my favorite. Jane, don't. Jane, don't. Jane, don't. Y'all, Jane crushed it. Jane crushed it. I do think you could have made an argument that Jane should have won this week. However, she already had 3 wins. I think they wanted to give Darlene a win who has not gotten any wins. I get it. But Jane Don't crushed it. For me, I thought Jane was hilarious. I thought her jokes landed. They were so smart, so funny, so witty. Jane Don't is that funny bitch, and she is hilarious. I thought this was great by Jane Don't. Ab fab. Very, very good. Top notch. I had no complaints. No complaints. No complaints. I would give this stand up bit a 5 out of 5. Amateur hours. I don't know. We're gonna figure something out. Super solid. She's so good at what she does. Yeah, she's very smart, very witty. She knows what she's doing. Jane Don't is that girl. Jane Don't is that girl. And Jane Do. Jane Do. Jane Do. Yeah, Jane Don't crushed it. Oh. 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 Juicy, juicy, juicy. She got up to the podium and was essentially apologizing with her positioning. That's what happened from jump. Juicy to me was the worst of the night. And I love Juicy. But baby, this was dry. There was no juice. The juice was not loose. The juice was sucked back up all the way. The juice never showed up. The juice is just nothing. Like there wasn't any juice. It was an empty juice carton. There was nothing in it. I love Juicy, but yeah, no, that. And I think Juicy almost set herself up for failure from jump, which is so disappointing. Like, I feel like if Juicy believed in herself a little bit more in terms of stand up and just went up with a little bit more confidence, she could have done so much better. Juicy is one of those queens who will demolish Drag Race in a few years. Definitely giving Georges at it, like, very much that. Like, she's gonna make it far, but she's not gonna win this season, and then she'll come back and crush it. Once they give her the storyline of, oh, you believe in yourself. Oh, we know who you are. And then they'll give the win to Ginger Minge. At this point, it's pretty obvious. Oh God, it's pretty obvious Juicy won't win. It's too many bottom. Yeah, yeah. Juicy is kind of giving a very similar edit to what Georgia Scott on season 14. I definitely think she'll come back for an All Stars, and I definitely think they're gonna be like, "Oh, you suddenly know who you are." That's what it's gonna give. Ginger's just gonna swoop in. Swoop in with Cynthia. Oh my god. Yeah, that part. No, what's gonna happen? All right, y'all. This is my fantasy, right? Juicy somehow gets to come back for an all winners, just for Ginger to come back for an all winners. Short, right? They're the top two. Juicy crushes the lip sync. Juicy does amazing the entire season. They give the win to Ginger. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Mark my words. Darlene, oh my god. Darlene. Did anybody see this coming? Did anybody see this coming? Did anybody see Darlene crushing the roast so bad, so much? Oh my god. Darlene was hilarious. The props? Are you kidding me? Darlene, great. She turned every failed joke into a funnier joke. Oh my god. So freaking good. Yeah, I agree. It was so stupid. So stupid too. And I love a stupid joke. Love a stupid joke. And oh my god, it was so good. Oh, you saw it coming? In the series that she was holding, okay, I see that. I see that. Holding it close to her chest and then kind of let it loose. Yeah, I love this. I thought Darlene needed this moment, and I think Darlene crushed it in the props. Like, are you kidding me? The banana? The banana! Y'all, the clown nose? No one's doing it like Darlene! Nobody is doing it like Darlene, y'all. This was hilarious. So good. So good. Darlene crushed it. Crushed it, crushed it, crushed it, crushed it. So good. Alright, continue on. Nene Coco. Alright, if I were to rank the stand up, so top for me would have been Darlene. Mikey and Jane are kind of tied for me. Then I would put Nene above Discord personally. I think her low placement was kind of for storyline purposes. I think she should have been safe. I don't necessarily think she deserved a low placement. Personally, I think Discord deserved the low. Well, I guess they both kind of got similar placement, didn't they? They kind of both got low, didn't they? If you think about it, right? Because, like, ultimately, the top three was very clear between Mikey, Darlene, and Jane, right? And then everyone else was left for critiques. And then, so it was kind of a bottom four, and then bottom two. So I guess they both were. Yeah, I don't know. I think Nene was feeling really in her head about it and didn't really deliver to the level that she could have. Especially with the previous moments in the workroom, and I think that played a big role. And I think she could have done very well if she believed in herself a little bit more. But I don't know. Nene, she didn't bomb, and that's all that mattered. Judges, and Kenya just, yeah, I get it. Overall, I thought Nene was fine. I don't think she was the worst of the night. Oh, baby, I love you, Kenya. I love you, Kenya Pleaser. I'm a Kenya Pleaser stan. Kenya did not believe in herself. Kenya kind of fell in the same trap, in my opinion, that Juicy fell in, where she didn't believe in herself, and then the judges ended up ranking her very low because of it. I think Kenya comes back for an All-Stars, could kill it, but this was not her week. This was not her season, unfortunately. And I love Kenya Pleaser. Love Kenya Pleaser. Yes, you can. You can absolutely please me. But um overall not probably it was bad, unfortunately. And I love Kenya. So that was unfortunate because I really do love Kenya Pleaser. Like Kenya Pleaser is one of my favorite queens of this season, and this was really unfortunate for me. What did y'all think? Let me know. I want to hear from you. What did you think? Ah. Kenya, she tried, and she kept trying, just never. Yeah, I agree. I think Kenya tried, whereas Juicy kind of gave up from jump, which I do think you could make an argument that. Do I think Kenya Pleaser should have stayed over Juicy? We'll get to the lip sync. We'll get to the lip sync. Huh. Mikey freaking Meeks. My God, Mikey. It was giving me Debbie Downer. If you've seen the clips of Rachel Dratch as Debbie Downer on SNL, the whole wah, wah bit that's giving me Debbie Downer. So funny. So funny, Mikey. This was A1. This was so good. Mikey, you crushed it. You crushed it. You crushed it. Mikey freaking Meeks is hilarious. Mikey freaking Meeks. I love it. I love it. What did y'all think of Mikey Meeks? Let me know in the comment section. And while you're here, please make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of the Sandwicher Hour community. I am still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Help me get there. Yeah, Mikey, excellent. I agree. Mikey killed it. And also the Drew Barrymore bit was so smart, especially with Ross Matthews being there. So good. So good. Killed it, killed it, killed it. I loved it. I loved it. Mikey hangs around with Roxy. Oh. Oh, very polished when it comes to I didn't know that. I guess they're all from Florida, from like the Orlando area, right? Right. I don't know. I'm not from Florida. But Mikey, you killed it. What was this whole bit with Alyssa performing? I wanted Alyssa to make some jokes. That felt so weird. So weird to me. But I love Alyssa, so like, hey, she can do no wrong. Yeah, I don't know, and the performance bit felt weird. I wanted her to roast the girls. I wanted her to make some jokes. Even if someone else had to write up her bits, even if they had to have Alaska come out to help her make the jokes, it would have been so funny. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This felt weird. But I do love Alyssa Edwards. So. Runway. Bring it to the runway. Runway. Category is swept away. So windswept looks. Up first, we have Discord Adams. I was confused. What did y'all think? For me, oh, nope, we're not ready for you, Jane. We're not ready for you. We're not ready. Sorry. For me, I would give Discord a drab, unfortunately. Oh my god. Can I just do what I'm doing, please? Computer. What did we think of Discord's look? I want to hear it from you. And again, on the Amateur Hour channel, we do fab or drab. Because, Mama, if it's fab, you give it a fab. And if it's drab, I mean, you know what it is. For me, I would give Discord a drab, unfortunately. I think it's a very cool look, very conceptual. I don't necessarily get the category, and I would have loved to have seen the actual runway prompt, because, sometimes they change it. Oh, yeah. Maybe. I do think that is an interesting, ooh, not a cheap version. Ah! Oh my god. I think it was a cool concept. I do think maybe it was a different runway prompt, and maybe that's what happened. But for me, unfortunately, it was not my favorite of the night. It's not. It's not. Jane, don't. Oh, you like the silver part? I get that. Yeah, I agree. I agree. What did we think of Jane Don't? Fab or drab? For me, this was maybe my favorite look of the night of the queens. I thought she looked fierce. Hello. Hello. Hi. Hi. Oh my god. Jane Fab look. Thought it was really cool. Yeah, I think Jane has had some of the best looks of the season. Yeah. And I loved it. Loved the headpiece. Yeah, I thought this was fierce. I thought it was fierce, and I mean, fierce is fierce. So this was definitely my ab fab of the week. Which again, if you are new to this if you are new to this amateur hour channel, your favorite look of the week is going to be your ab fab of the week because it's absolutely fabulous. Get it? Get it? Get it? Absolutely ab fab. Anyways, uh, oh my god. Jane's sisters being Irene and Bosco making complete sense. I agree. Yeah, no, this was fierce, and fierce is fierce, and I thought this was incredible. Hey, howdy, hey! If you are new here, I see more people coming in the room. Make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of the Sandwich Hour channel. Please hit that subscribe button and become part of the Sandwich Hour channel. Let's get the channel to 1K. 1K, 1K, 1K. Oh my god, this was my favorite look of the week. I thought this was ab fab. This was my ab fab of the week. I loved it. I loved it. Next up. Alright, sorry, Jane. I realized I had more pictures of Jane. Alright. Juicy Love Dion. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, I thought this was a cool concept. Yes, it is. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Become part of the Sandwich Hour community. Oh my god, this is what happens when you get me on very little sleep. I start getting a little Lulu. A little Delulu. Maybe I should start sleeping less. So I come on the channel and start acting a little weirder. Maybe that's the trick. Who knows? Who knows? But like, share, comment, and subscribe. uh, yeah, I agree. Oh, you loved it? Okay, that's fierce. For me, I I understand this is her body. I get it. Your body's beautiful, Juicy. Your body is gorgeous. I want some padding. I want some boobs. I want more. And I thought the parachute was fierce. And fierce recognizes fierce. But could you imagine she comes out like a bunch of padding this week and just completely different silhouette? Gag. Gag, 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 gag. Agreed. Yes. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Maybe Juicy had another look planned, but and yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I think the parachute is cool. Again, I want more padding. And that's me being greedy, but I want more padding. More padding, please. All right, Darlene Mitchell. Darlene had an entire character runway. Darlene had an entire comedy runway. Darlene is so signature Darlene. I don't care. I love it. I love it. No one is doing it like Darlene. Nobody is doing it like Darlene. Nobody is doing it like Darlene. I thought this was fierce. Darlene is a fab for sure. For sure. Not my favorite runway of the week, but I definitely thought this was fierce, and I thought the characterization was great. Yeah. Love Darlene down. Down. Yeah, I thought Darlene did very well on the runway. Again, for me, my favorite runway was Jane, but I thought that was fierce. And fierce is fierce. And also she's wearing a breastplate, so thank you, Darlene. Not that you have to wear a breastplate, right? Like, I'm not trying to say that. Like, drag is drag and all drag is valid, right? Sometimes it is nice to have an exaggerated silhouette. And I do think it is nice to see. And I'm glad Darlene did that. Fab. Fab. Darlene is her own lane. Yeah, which oh my god. I love Darlene for that. Like, she's so signaturely Darlene. Like, I love it. I love it. Yeah, no, it was fierce, and fierce is fierce. All right, Kenya Pleaser. I love Kenya Pleaser. I love Kenya Pleaser, and the hair is very cute. I love the Afro puffs. The outfit. I don't think this looks good on her, and I love Kenya. I do not like this on her. This is a drab for me. For me, this is a drab. For me, this is a drab. For me, this is a drab. For me, like, share, comment, and subscribe, become part of the Slammer Jar community. Yeah, no, for me, Kenya gets a drab, unfortunately, and I love Kenya Pleaser. If you've been following my channel for all this season, you know I'm a Kenya Pleaser stan. She's my Carolina sister. I'm from North Carolina. She's from South Carolina. Love her story completely. Everything about her as a person. Love her on the show. I think Kenya needs to come back for an All Stars, fully realized. Give her some more time to cook in the oven. Give her some more bake in the oven. Give her some more time on doing drag, and I think she can come back and slay. But for me, she's a little underdone right now. Yeah, yeah. And again, I love Kenya Pleaser. I love Kenya Pleaser. Cannot say that enough how much I love Kenya Pleaser. But unfortunately for me, this is a drab. Unfortunately for me, this is a drab. For me. For me. Mikey Meeks. It's basically the same thing that JC did, but somehow I like this more. I don't know. I thought this was fierce. I'm giving this a fab for sure. It wasn't my favorite of the week, but it's definitely a fab. I think she looks great. She looks great. But again, not my favorite of the week. What did y'all think? Let me know in the comment section. Did you enjoy Mikey Meek's runway? Fab or drab? Let me know. For me, it's a fab, but it's not my favorite of the week. I want to hear from you. Yes, you. For me, Mikey gets a fab. Again, not my favorite of the week, as I said earlier, but yeah, fab. Simple and clean. I agree. It's fierce. It's fierce, especially in the wind. I thought the way the fabric flowed in the wind was fierce. But again, I there were other looks I liked more. Yeah. Yep. 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 All right. Final look of the evening is Nini Coco. Nini. I love your makeup normally. Nini has some of the best makeup on the season. The black lipstick. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you to the black lipstick. Like a darker nude or something. Maybe a red. Can you imagine like a fierce red lip? Any other color I think would have been better. I did not love the black lip. The black lip actually really bothered me. Like I thought that was not a good look. But the look, I'll give it fab. Again, I think we've gotten a lot of better looks from Nini. I thought this was one of my least favorite personally from Nini Coco. I think Nini has had some really great runway presentations. And I love the story she was selling it. I love that. And I love the wind sweeping her dress up. I thought that was fierce. But for me, Nini, I'm still gonna give it a fab. Yeah. Yeah, the idea was cute. I agree. And again, I think a red lipstick would have been fierce because she's wearing all the black, right? And maybe have like a black urn too, and then just like a red lip. Oh my god, a red lip. And then if she was wearing Louboutins with the red bottoms, oh baby, if she was wearing some red bottoms and she had a red lip, and you turn around and you see those red bottoms. Oh my god, that's pussy. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. I don't think I should say that on YouTube. But a red Louboutin and a red lip and an all black would have been fierce. Fierce. But for me, I think there's more she could do with this to elevate it. So for me, for Nini, it was one of her weaker runways personally. Think about it though, like a bold red lip and a nice red bottom stiletto. Oh my god. Oh. Like, step on me, please. Anyway, I mean, that'd be fierce. Think about it. All right, we're getting to this final judging and giving you my final thoughts on the episode. Ultimately, RuPaul announces that Darlene Mitchell did win this episode. Congratulations to Darlene on getting her first win of the season. Very necessary at this point in the competition. Keep in mind, this is episode 11, and there are likely going to be 16 episodes with 14 competitive episodes, which means 3 more competitive episodes. This was needed for Darlene, and I thought this was great timing. Do I think Darlene can win the season with just one win? Not necessarily, but I love Darlene, so fierce. I think next week with the makeover, I think Nini's gonna win. That's my prediction. Yeah. All right, bottom two are going to be Kenya Pleaser and Juicy Love Dion, which I think is fair. I think that's fair. That's fair. In terms of the lip sync, we're gonna get right on into it. I'm trying to wrap this up. I'm very tired. It's been a long ass day. I've been up since 6 a.m. It is 11 o'clock over here. Total Eclipse of the Heart is the lip sync song by Bonnie Tyler. What did we think of this lip sync? I thought it was cool with the wind machines for sure. For me, I definitely think Juicy won the lip sync. I think track record wise, it makes more sense for Juicy to win. In terms of the episode, I think Kenya did better than Juicy, but track record wise and for the lip sync, I get it. I think Kenya did well, but I think Juicy did a little bit better. There was just a few more moments that I think Juicy had that were really fierce. So for me, in terms of the lip sync, I definitely would have given the win to Juicy Love Dion. Who do you think won the lip sync? I want to hear from you. Yes, you. Kenya should have differing opinions. Juicy should have gone home. Oh my god. She did have 2 wins. She still has 2 wins. I get where you're coming from, though. Because if you think about it, she has the RDR win and she has the talent show win, right? So she has 2 wins, which is helping her for sure in terms of track record. But since that second win, I don't think she's really done much. And I feel like her storyline is running up a little bit. So ultimately, I don't think either of them are going to win this season. So I get it. I understand. In terms of the lip sync, I think Juicy won. But track record wise and storyline wise, I think you could also make the argument that Juicy should have gone home. Yeah. Sure. RuPaul announces that Juicy Love Dion is safe and gets to stay next week onward in the competition. Which, unfortunately, does mean Kenya Pleaser has to sashay away. I am beyond upset. I love Kenya Pleaser. Kenya was one of my favorite queens on this season. In my opinion, Kenya can do no wrong. I'm a Kenya Pleaser stan. But unfortunately, RuPaul had the final decision and sends Kenya Pleaser home. You will be missed for sure. I definitely see her winning Miss Congeniality potentially. The queens were very sad to see her go, and I love Kenya. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't think her time on Drag Race is done. I do think she will come back for an All Stars for sure. For sure. Alrighty, y'all. That brings me to the end of this review. Holy crap, I've been talking for almost an hour straight. That's crazy. Make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of the Sandwich Hour channel. Ding! You can also follow me on my other social media platforms at Sandwich Hour and on the platforms. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, share the channel. We're trying to get it to 1K subscribers. Let's make it happen. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will be back here next week with another video. Bye, y'all. Have a good rest of your night or day wherever you are. And I will see y'all later. Bye. Ding!